Circles and champagne. VIP my.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ty, and today in this video I'm going to be reviewing the brand new 2023 comedy that just released, Joyride. For those of you that don't know, this is going to be a 5-minute review. That's a series on this channel where I give myself just 5 minutes to fit all of my opinions, my thoughts, what I loved, what I hated about the movie of the day into that little time constraint. A timer's going to come up on the screen. Guys, if you like this video, please, consider dropping a like, comment if you've seen this movie. I want to hear your thoughts. Consider subscribing if you like this video, but I don't want to waste your time because foreshadowing, but this movie kind of wasted my time. So let's just get right into the review. All right, guys, timer just started. Let's get right into this review. So this is the thing. This is the first movie probably in years that I went into without watching the trailer or reading the description. I had no idea what this movie was. All I know was that it was an Asian-led, female-led comedy. There was like 4 main characters because I just saw the poster with my eyes, and that was it. Also, I saw one review saying it was really funny. That's it. Literally all I knew about it. With that being said, I completely disagree with that one review I saw, and I don't think this movie is good. I was rooting for this movie, if I'm going to be honest with you. Even though, like I said, I didn't know anything about it, I was rooting for it. After I finished the movie, did a little bit of research, Seth Rogen apparently produced this. I don't know if he just was duct taped to a chair with his hands behind his back and was just forced to watch them tell all these funny jokes on set while he was just helpless sitting there, basically kidnapped against his will, because I don't think he had any impact on this movie. He is very funny. These jokes do not land. I feel like a lot of them are like trying to appeal to like Gen Z, like references and like TikTok humor. That makes me cringe saying that. There's a scene in this movie that, well, this is the thing. I try not to let a single scene in a movie ruin a movie for me. One example I could think of is Batman v Superman with the Martha scene. This movie has a rendition of Cardi B's WAP that is just completely out of left field, and it has like the main character singing it. And they like change the lyrics to try to be funny and make it like the lyrics are like talking about Asian stereotypes. I hate using this word, but it is so painfully cringe. And just those 45 seconds legitimately lowered the rating of this movie like half a star out of 5 for me. It was brutal. Listen, when it comes to the cast, I think all the main girls actually have chemistry. Maybe there's a funny moment or two. I think that the funniest part of the movie is actually in the first minute with where a little kid punches another little kid. If you've probably seen the clip online, but kid makes makes fun of the Asian girl. She punches him in the face. It's funny. Also, there's like this scene involving drugs on a train. It's also pretty funny. I just feel like there's no narrative to this story, and once it actually remembers after the second act, oh, we actually have a narrative in this. The last act of this movie, the third act, feels completely dragged out, and there's no jokes in the last half hour or 25 minutes. Yeah, there's maybe little things, but there's no grand setup jokes. No, absolutely nothing. What do I even talk about with 2 minutes left? Guys, I don't know. There's nothing to talk about with this movie. It wasn't that funny. Maybe it just wasn't for me. We could talk about Stephanie Hsu, who's in this. She just came off Everything Everywhere All at Once. I really loved her in that. She got robbed of Best Supporting Actress by Jamie Lee Curtis. Everyone knows about that, the whole Oscar thing. Also, Ashley Park's in this, who I have never seen her in anything, but I know that from my girlfriend, she was in Emily in Paris, so shout out to her. But yeah, not too familiar with these actresses. The thing is, I know that this movie was also written by the people that wrote Crazy Rich Asians, which I enjoyed. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was amazing, but I thought it was good. I just didn't like this movie. I think that it drags. It's only an hour and a half, but it literally feels like 2 hours plus. And my girlfriend is actually the one that brought that up to me on the drive home, and it actually made me think wait, that movie did feel like forever. I can't even comprehend what I just watched. It's just honestly just a forgettable film. I've seen it now that the movie's over. I went on Letterboxd. I saw it's getting a bunch of pretty good reviews. I don't know why. I have literally no idea how. But guys, with a minute left, I'm still almost fighting for things to talk about here. One thing I've got to say is I don't really know why the story is abandoned in this. I feel like a lot of good comedies, maybe Hangover, for example, it has a really good story that pulls the comedy along with it. This movie feels like they just go to a location, you completely forget about the story. Not that the story is really important in a comedy movie. If you make me laugh, fine. And it's just meant to be an area where they could like set up jokes, have some like funny scene. And I just don't think these scenes are funny. Like I said, I feel like they're just trying to make some of these characters overly stupid. I don't know if I love the characters. Like I said, I don't think their chemistry is bad by any means, but yeah, I don't really know if I love this movie or if I'm ever going to remember it. I think by the end of 2023, I'm going to forget about this movie. But guys, with 8 seconds left, the one thing I've got to say is, since my girlfriend, who's normally positive on movies, didn't like this movie, that's how I know it was bad. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this 5-minute review. I'm sorry that this was pretty much a lacking 5-minute review because I was literally fighting for my life to even talk about this movie for just 5 minutes. I feel like normally with every other movie, I'm actually struggling to fit in everything I have to say. Whereas this movie, I had like 2 minutes left and I had nothing to say. Literally, I'm just repeating myself, I feel like. But guys, thank you so much for tuning to this video. If you liked it, please drop a like, drop a comment, want to hear your thoughts. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Thank you. See you.